You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the evil empire is back. Welcome everybody to episode number 365 of the Better Heroes podcast. I am your host, Daniel Granada, alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
This win felt really good. This win felt amazing. And yeah, I mean, Mike V's asking why we're early. It's because just came back from the dark side, and Mike V said, look, it's Rocco.
The evil empire is back, baby.
Let's go. This felt good. This felt good. This was a good feeling game, especially after what we've been through. Good way to move into the next couple weeks.
We own Columbus.
Yes,
Columbus, we are your father.
We absolutely are Columbus's father.
Absolutely. That was like over the last couple games. I remember starting with San Jose. I was telling you guys, and you, Chris, I was telling you also, they're not looking great, but you can see them starting to come together. Playing out wide, just things just seem like things are setting up well. The Philadelphia game, I told you I didn't think Philadelphia was that much better. Like I just thought that things were just coming together just a little bit. And against Montreal, obviously, because it's Montreal, we couldn't take it too serious. But after today, I think it's safe to say that at least in the attack, things are looking a little better. No? Like, how many goals is that? Is that 12? It's 5, 4, that's 9, and 3. 12 goals in the last 3 games. That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is good. That is good. I mean, 4 of them came against Montreal, so I guess whatever. But 3 against Philly, okay. 5 against Columbus. I'll take those.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I do want to say is Columbus and Wilfred Nancy just can't handle Miami. And I saw some people on Twitter asking, like, oh, are we going to start playing the counter more often? No, this is just how we play Columbus. If you've been watching long enough, you know that whenever we play Columbus and Wilfred Nancy, he's very aggressive. He basically has his center backs playing inside the box. Like Farsi, their right back is constantly in the box. Like they play a very high line. They're very aggressive, but they leave themselves susceptible to the counter often. They want possession, and we concede possession. Like Miami, since Tata arrived, I remember we always wanted to have possession, but as soon as Columbus was on the schedule, you knew, even though Miami likes to play with possession, they're going to concede possession to Columbus because we're going to beat them on the counter. And I was like, when Mascherano started, I was like, I wonder if he's going to try the same thing. First game, he did it. We got that one goal from Wagon to Kremaki, and then we just defended the rest of the game. Did it again today. I mean, obviously, we were a little more aggressive than we were last time. We didn't sit back as far in the second half, but we played the counter, and that's how you beat Wilfred Nancy. And Brianna was on here on Thursday. Ty has said it in the past. Oh, Wilfred Nancy is the type of coach that he's a little too cocky, right? He's like, oh, this is how I play, and I'm going to play like this against everybody. Well, guess what? You got to start figuring something else out against Miami because it doesn't work against Miami. We're going to change the way we play against you, and we're going to beat you consistently because we are your father.
Now, on East Review says Lujan injury effect. We scored 9 goals in 2 games. That's a crazy coincidence, but I think that you're onto something. And SFXS is saying you got what you want, Chris. No, I got what we as a fan base deserve. I got what we as a fan base have been expecting.
But I told
what
you
I want.
This felt like this was building up. Now I predicted a 2-1 win because you can't really throw a big number out there when although they've looked like they've been improving, like you haven't seen it consistently, and they haven't been converting. So I was like, I can't go crazy and predict the 5-1 win, 4-1, 3-1. But I felt like we should win this. We've been good against Wilfred Nancy in the past, and I felt like it's been building up over the last couple of weeks. So,
and shout out to SFXS with a super slam here in these streets, which I got to get that. I got to get that jersey, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
SFXS saying, you happy now, Chris, with a 199 super slam? Much appreciated.
Before we get into the game real quick, I know you said you want to get the jersey, but how about this shirt right here? How about this shirt? You want to get the shirt?
I'm out, bro.
For those of you on audio, I'm wearing my Tyrese Halliburton, the Knicks choked again t-shirt. So, yeah, I just felt like throwing that out there. I couldn't go without saying that. Anyway. All right. Anyway, I would do the whole show with this mask, but I feel like you guys can't understand me enough when I'm wearing it. But
that was really uncalled for. I mean, look at this. Stancy, who is the nicest person in this chat, by the way. Says Danny is mean. Yeah, he's mean, man. And I am gonna get that Philly. I am gonna get that Philly jersey. But shout out to Mr. Krabs with the super $2 super slam here. Bang, bang, bang. All right, you shouldn't have done that one. Danny overhyped and glazed this team, and they lost.
What team did I overhype and glaze? Miami?
About Columbus. I think he's talking about Columbus.
I overhyped him.
Glazed Columbus because you love Cucho because he's Colombian.
He's not there anymore.
And that they lost. So I think you need to get, like, for the MLS show, you need to get a Columbus jersey, and I need to get a Philly jersey.
I would never get a jersey of another MLS team.
No,
that's why I never
not
got
even for the MLS.
No. I'd get I considered getting an All-Star jersey with Cucho on the back, but I would never get another MLS team. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed the game fairly, and it felt good to be able to see. And I tweeted this, and I'm pretty sure you noticed this when Ben Krem was playing, and there's no Redondo. I said this is going to be a big game for Ben Krem in the midfield because he could finally play the position that is his to sort of own up to, and the one that he's more, I guess, comfortable with.
Well, a couple of things real quick. I see two people saying that I've been glazing Columbus. Go back to the preview episode with Brianna on there. I was telling her that all they do is draw, and they haven't beat anybody good, except for Charlotte, which has looked really bad recently. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. And I also predicted a win. And the 7 points that we said that we needed out of these 3 games, we said 7 points was not.
I said 6. I said 6.
And I said 7, and we got the 7. But we've been asking to play with 2 8s, right? We said let's play with a center defensive midfielder, Busquets, and then 2 8s. It could be Redondo and Segovia, Brighton, Segovia. It ended up being Kremaki and Segovia. But regardless, Kremaki is a true box-to-box 8. He isn't a winger. And putting him out as an 8 and Segovia as an 8, they look better. Now, I don't know how this is going to look when Bright is healthy again. But I liked what we saw today. And, yeah, man, it's nice to see players playing in positions where we feel that they probably produce the best.
Yes. Well, I think the good thing is that the way that the starting 11 was, I guess, structured, it played well to the characters on the pitch. So that was something that was a little comforting to be able to see. As far as the vibe I saw, I mean, we didn't go to the game, unfortunately. We've been birthday packed this whole weekend.
Yeah, it's both of our. This is one of my son's birthday gifts.
Yes,
this is why I just randomly had this here. But yeah.
Well, and while you go ahead and fix your mic because the dark side destroyed your microphone. Yeah, like Danny was saying, him and I have kids that share the same birthday. So this weekend we were on birthday missions. His son had his birthday, and my youngest daughter had her birthday. So
Same day
Big time
birthdays. So
yeah.
just coincidence. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miami owns Columbus. We have now played them a total of 11 times, and we've won 7 of those. Since Messi's arrival, we've only lost once, which was that Leagues Cup game. Messi didn't play in that game, and we still should have won. That was the game where we were winning 2-0. Diego Gomez came in, should have had a goal. He muffed it, went just wide, and then after that miss, everything just fell apart, and we ended up losing. We dominated the first 60, 65 minutes of that game. But Miami's owned into Columbus, and I asked Brianna last episode why Columbus fans hate us so much. I mean, I guess it's easy to say because we kick their ass whenever we play them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be annoying, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's got to be one of the worst things. As far as like the game, it looked packed. Looked like a lot of people went to the game.
I don't know. I saw Franco wrote something about it being empty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was looking at our section, right? And our section is like the more affordable seats. I noticed that there were a lot of people that went. I'm pretty sure that Columbus traveled fairly well. Typically, a lot of the away teams travel pretty good for Saturday games since they can kind of structure their weekend and fly back out on Sunday. But it was it looked like a good turnout. As far as starting 11 is concerned, you put it up here?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll get to the starting 11. I'll go ahead and pop it up for you guys on the screen. We got Ustadi, who started in goal. And then you got the back four with Noah Allen in place for Jordi Alba at the left back. Weigant starting at right back this time. Martinez and Falcon, the only center backs available, apparently. And then you got Busquets playing the CDM role, and then Segovia and Kramaki playing sort of like a central mid deal. Messi.
Well, I was going to ask you because a lot of people, I've seen some back and forth on what exactly the formation was. Obviously, in the attack and in the defense, it switches up a little bit. I kind of saw it as a diamond. I saw Busquets staying back as the central defensive midfielder, and he was helping out a lot defensively also. So I saw a lot of that. But I thought that Segovia and Kramaki were the eights, and that Messi was kind of playing that 10 role behind both Allende and Suarez. I don't know if that's how you saw it.
I don't know. I honestly kind of saw Segovia move a little bit towards the top left in the attack, but I felt like maybe in this game, because I noticed Segovia and Kramaki were like kind of floating all over the place. So I felt like maybe they had a little bit of more flexibility, and obviously Messi as well. That's kind of what I saw.
I felt like because they didn't have Jordi Alba to attack up that left side, which Allen had his opportunities, but I felt like that gave Segovia more freedom to not just track in the center of the pitch, but also go wide when necessary. But like I said, this is how more or less I saw it. I thought it was like more 4-4-2 diamond. I've seen some people say it was a 4-1-3-2. And, there's just been different things out there. But this is how I thought I saw it. But regardless, Suarez and Messi and Allende were heavy on the right side. I thought a lot of the play was building up the right, and they were
Allende's
touching
a
the ball on
tool.
the right side. Yeah,
Allende is like as much as people don't like his touch or whatever. Like Allende is a problem against defenses. Like he stretches.
I was gonna say when you're playing a team like Columbus, where we're playing the counter, basically Allende is gonna be the sauce in that meal.
Yeah, I mean, look, Allende not only stretches out the field, but like he has some pace on him. He can go chase some balls. So, like to me, Allende is a big time X factor on this offense, especially when he gets it going and he's on one. So to finish out the starting lineup, I mentioned Busquets, Segovia, and Kramaki, Messi at the 10 position, and then here we have Suarez and Allende sort of as the double striker. But I felt like Allende had like a different role to play. He wasn't like the striker in the game. I think Suarez was typically the only one up top.
When we were pressing, obviously everybody's up high, and then when we would defend, we would fall back deep, and Allende was the guy stretching the pitch. Look, they were holding in. Columbus was playing a high line, and we were just beating them with the long ball, and I thought it worked to perfection almost. The the long ball was working. Busquets with his accurate long balls. Messi catching Allende, Fafa with the long ball. Like it was just very well done, very direct passing, right? Like because we weren't playing, maybe we weren't even playing the counter sometimes, right? We would get the ball and we would hold it, but it was very direct vertical passes. We're not passing it horizontally trying to build up a play. It was very purposeful, very direct, forward passing, and I thought that worked very well with the game plan against Columbus, especially with that. They're so aggressive, like overly aggressive sometimes.
Yes. Well, I feel like when you have Messi and Segovia playing centrally, two of probably the best ball handlers on this screen that we have here, right? Especially with pressure around them, I feel like things open up a little bit more because they're a little bit more patient. They're not as like Kiramaki has a heavy touch. He wants to run and gun, I feel like, Segovia and Messi, they're a little bit more creative. So
yeah, no, and Kremaki has the engine in him, right?
Yes.
To win balls, he will chase down free balls. Those 50-50 balls aren't going to get lost on him. I just thought that everything worked very well. And in the second half, I know we'll get into it later, but when Rocco came in and it felt like maybe he isn't as good, which he didn't play poorly. His passing wasn't horrible, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like maybe because they didn't trust him as much as Ustari, I felt like Busquets was dropping a lot further back to receive the balls and help distribute when playing out of the back. So I felt like Busquets was almost playing like a third center back at one point when Rocco came in, just to be on the safe side when you're playing out the back. And after Columbus scored that first goal, you wanted to make sure that you protected that lead. But all in all, overall, general thoughts, great performance by everybody. I feel like I told you that the way, obviously winning against Philly was the best result. But if you're not going to win, the way that game ended is about as a positive result as you can have, because 2 goals late to salvage a draw, a bad team, you kick their ass on Wednesday, and then you come here and you kind of like dominate what people say is a top team. All of a sudden, the players, the fans, all of a sudden, everybody's feeling a lot better about everything.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's nothing else. I can't disagree with anything that you just said. It's the best game we could have possibly had, especially knowing the kind of break that we have coming up and how important these Club World Cup matches are to the organization, right? I mean, I think from a fan base's perspective, you're hoping for the best, but you're not expecting the best. So, but it's a good way to get into that.
Can we get one thing out of the way before we start talking about the game recap?
Sure.
I hate Lujan. Like, I'm not a Lujan fan. Do you really think that this team plays worse today's game, if Lujan's on the pitch? I don't. We were playing so deep.
All right, so let's think about this. Lujan would have gone in for Falcon,
David
right?
Martinez. No, for David Martinez, probably.
Listen, with the way that Falcon wasn't brought in last game on the injury day until
you think
like
Falcon
later,
is last on the depth chart? Well, I guess right behind.
I think by default, listen, it screams to me problems when you couldn't bring Falcon in, especially seeing how bad. So
let's say it's David Martinez and Lujan. Do you really think that today plays out any different?
I mean, I'd like to tell you. I don't think
so, because we were he plays poor when we play that high line, him getting back, having to read who he's going to defend. But we were sitting back we were playing 10 behind the ball. I don't think that Lujan would have had a negative effect this game. I don't think he would have had a positive one. I'm not a Lujan fan by any stretch of the imagination. But I don't think everybody's like, oh, Lujan out, we're winning. Coincidence? I do like that I'm not happy that he's injured.
You need to be careful how you tread.
I'm not saying I'm happy he's injured, but I do like the way the team looks when he's not playing. But today specifically, I don't think him playing or not playing would have made a difference. So for everybody saying like, oh, Lujan didn't play, that's why he won. I don't think that's the fact at all.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, these hypotheticals are very hard to judge, right? Because listen, Diego Rossi could have done better. Right. I mean, there was it really all depends. I guess you're right. In today's game, maybe he wouldn't have been ineffective, I guess.
Yeah, because we were defending with 10. Like the reason that Lujan does so poorly is because he's left on an island, and we're giving him so much responsibility to defend on an island, to defend the counter, get back. Like you're 2-on-2, 3-on-3, or sometimes you're outnumbered 4-5-on-3. So we need him to do better in those situations. But today he would have been protected with a bunch of defenders around him. I'm not saying he would have done better or made us look better, but I don't think that he would have negatively affected us to a point where we would have, I don't know, done poorly.
Well, Mitch, I want to get to. We're going to probably get to this comment later. Mitch is saying here in the chat, give me more Frey as right wing back. I'm okay with the back line of 3 with Chelo, Falcon, Martinez, and then Jordi or Allen as the left wing back. Of course, because Jordi's injured. So we'll probably get to that talking about the second half.
Yeah, no, and look, and Martinez, look, maybe he'll sign an extension.
He
but
does
Martinez
have great long passes.
But Martinez might be gone. Like you might today might have been the last day you see him because in the regular season. Because after the Club World Cup, that's it. His contract's over. I think at the end of the month. I guess we have one more game in the regular season against Atlanta. But after that, it's a wrap. So don't get enamored with David Martinez because he won't be here very much longer unless they sign him to an extension or extend his loan. But it's over after this month.
Well, I mean, with the way that things have been happening with injuries, and the worst part is that he was injured, like early in the season. So
that's another reason that I probably wouldn't sign him.
No way,
because he's injury prone. So although he has looked good, I wouldn't trust him as far as health goes. I wouldn't go.
And Mundo saying the same. Martinez can go away. Heavy tackles and yellows. And I mean, Soccer Daddy's here. I hope he gets extended.
But the thing is, if he plays a lot, he gets injured. That's the issue with him. That was the issue with him. Wait, real quick, because I know I'm gonna forget to mention when we go through the rundown. Yeah. Falcon, not the best game. He had a really stupid yellow. Off a set piece, they cleared the ball, and he was trying to run the ball down with a Columbus player. I forgot who it was, and he was getting outrun. But they're running away from the goal. Like they're running away from his own goal. Yeah. Why he decides to grab the guy and pull him back?
He Aviles them. He Aviles them.
Yeah,
because that's like a typical Aviles tackle. Yeah. Well, as far as like the recap is concerned, we started the game and there was an injury within the first 10 minutes to a Columbus player, and it was who was it? Who was out? Amundsen had to be replaced by Ruvalcaba, and that guy is your only goal scorer for Columbus.
And Ugari's telling me it wasn't his yellow. Yes, I just realized that because I was just looking to see at what minute it happened, and it looks like they didn't call it a yellow, so I take it back.
And Mike V is saying the goal they scored is on Falcon. Also, Rocco is 5'7" tops. Yeah, I believe that. He looks short as crap. Mm-hmm. So we'll get into the first goal, Danny. I mean, within 13 minutes, luckily we had a goal that allowed everyone to just have a sigh of relief. 13 minutes in, Messi assists Tadeo Allende with a beautiful pass, which is just one of many passes that Messi had this game. You could tell that Messi played so comfortably this game. And it was sort of like a Go ahead.
I was gonna say it feels like Messi's just been like coming along little by little. Yes.
And the pass was from a long range, right? Dropped it right in front of Allende, and that's like the perfect goal for Allende, right? Just time it and smash it. Like those are the kinds of goals that scream Allende. And so he just timed it and then just blasted it right past the goalkeeper. And listen, they were ecstatic in the beginning of the game. I mean, you saw the goal.
Yeah. I'm actually watching it right now. Look, if you pay attention, look here. You don't even get to see where all the defenders are. Like he left them all in the dust. They're playing the counter, and with that high line,
this run perfectly.
This is what we complain about Inter Miami sometimes, about them playing that high line, and we don't have the players quick. Like this is how Nancy plays, and apparently everybody loves that he's stubborn and he won't change. Yeah, but I mean, if teams play them this way, they're not going to have a lot of success.
And Yamila is asking, is Columbus that bad, or did we actually play that good? Listen, we played that good because Columbus is not that bad.
Columbus is okay. They don't have a great attack, and they have what people consider the best coach in the league. Which, I mean, it's hard to say that they're not, because I feel like they should have taken a much bigger dip since losing two of their best players last year.
Yeah,
but they're not like, you're not worried about them winning the MLS Cup this year. Like they just have managed a lot of draws.
And I don't know what Tank is saying. Needs to be a fan of badminton. And let me tell you something, Tank. Don't talk papas about the sport of badminton. It's a fun sport. I actually tried out for the badminton team in my high school.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, but I just I didn't make it because my grades were really bad at the time.
Jason's asking where we were. Chris and I, both of our kids born on the same day by coincidence, and we've been having a lot of birthday celebrations. So that's what it was. But I was playing with one of my son's gifts to start the show. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, because we own Columbus and we are their daddy. Go ahead, Chris.
I actually, you know what's funny is that May is a huge month for me for birthdays. It's brutal. May is the worst, and it's like the worst season for. It's like the worst month for scheduling games. What? Yeah, I could have been the Messi of badminton, but I was like,
but your grades ruined it.
Yeah, my grades were not the Messi of school, so
that's where I think that's where that sport fails, because if you're a soccer player, you just join an academy and you build your way up. They don't care about grades.
Yeah, no, they did. Yeah, I could have.
When do you think Messi stopped going to school?
I mean, it had to be like 14, right? Like 14,
I don't know.
13.
Do you think he? I'm kind of curious now that I think about it. Like all these kids, like Kevin Sullivan. Do you think he's still going to school?
I think
he already has a deal with Chelsea. Why the hell is he going to go back to school?
I think that Messi. Yeah, I think after middle school it's done. Like high school, it's unnecessary. I could have been a legend. I could have been a legend, and I was a funny guy, Stancy. At least I thought I was.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So Tadeo Allende gets his first goal, and this is good because we're starting to see the trend go upward with Tadeo Allende, and it's something that's absolutely necessary. So, look at that.
Yeah, part of being an academy is usually includes some schooling.
Some schooling? What's some schooling, though, Frank? What's some schooling, now. Franco? Come on.
Come on.
Some schooling? Come on.
It's like those college football players that play for like Alabama. Yeah, I'm sure that they're striving in classes.
Yeah, and on top of that, we're in 2025. These kids are probably chat GPTing everything anyway. So I can't even imagine being a teacher at this point. Like you're literally reading chat GPT reports. Like nobody writes reports anymore.
No, these kids can't spell the word apple, but they're like writing words like perseverance in their papers. It's like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I love writing, but I imagine that kids nowadays, they don't give a crap about none of that. It's like, what? A 1,000-word report, chat GPT? So I'm actually going to see if I could do 1,000-word report on chat GPT. Just be like, tell me messy stuff in 1,000 words. Go.
And then one last thing. There's only one Nick fan on here. So I wore my
you know
shirt for him right here.
You know what, Franco Panko, I don't appreciate that. I'm going to step away again, okay? Because I don't appreciate the slander.
All right. So while he steps away.
Let me see that real quick.
While he steps away, Practice Schulte was not playing. I forgot the kid's name that replaced him. But Brianna on Thursday told us that he was a great replacement. He played for the Guatemalan national team, I believe it was. And she said that he's been doing a good job. But this is why he's a backup. He had a poor clearance. He got pressured by, I believe it was Allende. He tried to clear it. He tried to play it over Messi, played it way too short. And you know that if you're meaning to kick the ball over Messi and you hit Messi in the chest, you know that was poor aim because Messi's like, what, 5 foot? Like he's short. No, actually, I think he's my height, whatever. And then Messi got the ball and he beautiful curled into the near post, and he gets the second goal. And at that point, we're off to the races.
Well, you're talking about the Messi goal, right? You already bypassed that, and you're showing it. Hopefully, we don't get flagged by the YouTube gang. And that was all Ben Krem. That was
Was it
all
Ben
Ben
Krem or
Krem.
Allende? Oh yeah, it was Ben Krem. Yeah, it was Ben.
That
Krem
was all Ben Krem. Ben
Yeah.
Krem is the reason for the season on
press.
that. Yes. So I got to give a lot of credit for him. Mike V is saying my comments on here are all from ChatGPT. He just loads our podcast into the ChatGPT server. And Dremundo, I don't appreciate this. Okay, let's not do all that. And yeah, look, Amanda's saying it. Benha had the pressure.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't Allende. It was Ben Krem.
And he saw that. He's like, oh, this goalie looks like he's fumbling hard. So he's like, let me press that. And then he tried this fancy, let me kick it with my left foot, dragged it against the real grass. Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're completely cooked. The moment that Messi chested that thing, is done for. So and let's move on to the third goal then, Danny. So the third goal.
After the second goal, did you think it was a wrap already?
Oh, yeah, no. With the way that we were playing, forget about it.
I didn't think it was a wrap after the second.
Nah,
I thought no, because it's happened already where like we play well, and although we converted twice, right? Because we've been playing well in recent games, but we don't convert, and then we kind of just fall off. So I did not want to 100% think to myself like, hey, this game's over. But I was feeling good. But I will say after the third one, then I thought, okay, this might be over.
Well, look, the thing is, the way that the game was going and trending, I thought that there was no way Miami was going to fold. There was no way.
After getting that third goal, and I guess we'll talk about the third goal right now. I believe it was Busquets that had it was Busquets. So Busquets had the long pass, right? He had the long pass to Messi.
And then Messi with a chip.
Yeah. Now, the reason I thought that after the third goal it was a wrap was because when we're playing basically 10 behind the ball, right? We're playing the counter.
Yeah.
And we know Columbus just doesn't have the quality in the attack to score a lot this year. Like that's what they've been lacking. And it showed. I was like, how are they going to score 3 or even 4 on us when we're playing so deep? So after that third one, I felt really comfortable. I thought at worst, this would end up a draw, but I was like, no, we should win this game. And I thought that it was basically a wrap at that point.
Well, and the thing is, you could tell that they wwere just in their bag, right? Like they were just playing in their, like the team as a whole. You finally get Segovia and Ben Krem to play comfortably in positions where they can play at their optimum level. You have Allende that is opening up space for the people in the middle. And I mean, Messi is just Messi. He's going to create and he's going to help to be able to fill the areas, especially when it comes to players playing off the ball so greatly with him. I mean, it was great. So before that, well, right when we got to the halftime, it's 3-0, Danny. How'd you feel? Because you said that you felt good after 3 goals. I imagine you felt great then by the half.
Yeah. Well, I felt really good. There was one free kick that Diego Rossi had right outside the box right before the half. And I thought to myself, if they convert on this free kick, I still feel good.
Hit the wall though.
That'll give them some life, right? And we got to make sure that we come out strong in the second half. But they didn't score, and when it was 3-0 going into halftime, I felt with the game plan that was working already, we didn't have to change the game plan, right? We're already defending deep, so they're not going to score 3 on us in the second half. They shouldn't, at least.
Yeah.
So I felt very confident. But then the second half starts, and then I see Rocco come out there, and I'm like, what the F is going on?
Yeah, and which screams something that's concerning, right? Because there's some people that were mentioning in the chat that Ustadi felt like some discomfort in his left leg, or I don't know. I don't know if this was...
They didn't give an explanation. I mean, I was listening to the game mostly on mute, so I don't know. But I didn't think that they gave an explanation when I was trying to read the captions.
I didn't hear anything. I was watching the game. I mean, I was watching at the same time the next game too, so like I couldn't really, it's whatever. So I didn't hear anything, okay? But apparently some people say that he had some discomfort. We end up getting scored on off of a corner. The same guy that subbed on earlier in the game, Rubacaba, ended up getting a header.
Set pieces are our weakness.
Yeah.
And scoring a header over Falcon is kind of like what you fear, right? I remember Vancouver, that first game in Vancouver, they were going for the aerial attack. They kept going. They're like, this is going to be how we're going to score. They didn't convert as much as they probably could have, But that is a real fear of mine. The fact that we have no height back there in our center backs. I mean, even though David Martinez, I believe, is like 6 foot, but
Yeah,
Noah
he's a
Allen
little tall.
isn't tall. Falcon is short. Cello is short. So we didn't even have Ian Frey out there. So that is a worry of mine. At least this time, although he got scored on, he was kind of close to him, right? Because I think I'm more frustrated when they just leave guys unmarked on set pieces.
I want to bring up a couple comments here. Dremundo with a great comment says Cello pulled his groin, but has a supplemental groin and played a decent match. Yeah, because he's got some balls. He's a ballsy guy. And then Stancy and Amanda having an exchange says Cello played well. Yes, everyone loves him in the team. He must be a nice guy. And then
Cello
Amanda,
is a good player.
Yeah,
good MLS player.
And Amanda saying, I get that feeling too, Stancy. I think Cello's a great team guy. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now, Cello is a guy that I look at, and like if I'm playing competitive sports, I would love a guy like that on my team because he looks like he's ready to throw down with anybody, and he plays his heart out, like he plays with his heart on his sleeve. So I would love a guy like that.
I think the only reason Cello gets hated on, well, one of the reasons, right? Because I know he's not consistent. He's had some bad games.
Mid as fuck.
I think he's above average, but I think it's that Cello's taking Ian Frey's spot. And I think that's where the frustration comes in from the fans. Because Cello plays, and I think he plays better than people give him credit for. And although he has his mishaps here and there, he's not as consistent as you would want him to be. He's not horrible, guys.
Rubita, did you just get in here, Rubita? Rubita with a beautiful comment that makes absolutely no sense. Said, did you already talk about the 5 amazing goals they scored? We already gone through 3 of the amazing goals. Why are we still talking about the bad things only? I don't recall us talking about bad things. Okay. We actually showed the goals too. We might get banned by YouTube. Hopefully there's no real people listening to this in the YouTube office. They probably got ChatGPT.
You think they're like, this is like...
Oh, that's for sure copyright. You're done. You cooked this in the first 5 seconds. Forget about it. Forget about it. Oh, now forget about it. Now you're basically playing the movie, pirated on this. So forget about it. And that's Disney now. So like we're completely cooked.
Oh, yeah,
now we're gonna
they are unforgiving.
Now we're gonna get emails from Disney and everything.
So I might as well play the 4th one then.
Yeah, might as well just play the 4th one. So the 4th goal is Luis Suarez. Lucho.
Beautiful link-up play.
Yes. Oh, this was the best collective play in the entire game. So many people involved. So many people passing it patiently. And then for Luis Suarez to just collect
near post.
Oh my goodness. It was gorgeous.
Yeah. Glad to see Suarez getting involved again.
Yeah. And you know what, Stancy? Listen, Danny likes Star Wars to annoy Chris. Him and his family have done great things going through that. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, coincidentally, I've never been a Star Wars person. But this May 4th, just a month ago, well, less than a month ago at this point, we decided to give it a chance. And my kids liked it so much, we ran through the 9 movies over the last couple of weeks. My son liked it so much that he decided that he wanted it to be the theme for his birthday. So we've been all Star Wars out for the last couple of weeks. So it's something new for me and for my kids, but we've really enjoyed it.
I actually texted Danny earlier because he told me he watched all 472 Star Wars movies, and I'm like, oh, at least I'll figure out whether it's actually worth it. He told me it's good, so I might watch it at some point.
It's good. It's good. I actually enjoyed it. It was really good.
I might. I mean, I'm still working on watching an episode that Danny told me about like 3 months ago off of Black Mirror or whatever.
But yeah, the astronauts episode.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it. I've been busy, Danny. I don't know.
That's a good episode.
So Luis Suarez gets another goal. Great that Luis Suarez is building up at this point, because that's another thing that we've been sort of waiting on as well. And at that point, we all agree the game's over, right? Oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it's a wrap. Back to holding a three goal sort of like a deficit, 3-goal advantage. Mm-hmm. So, and Dennis is saying the last trilogy was bleh. Is that true? I don't know.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought the episode 8 was a little weird, but I liked it. They were entertaining.
I want to mention something. Amanda's saying, Chris, watch the series and you'll feel blessed to have a May 4th birthday. You know what? I actually considered wanting to watch it, but you know what sucks is that Disney World got rid of their Star Wars themed hotel, which looked
Because
like it was
it was
interesting.
overpriced.
Of course, yeah,
It was
they were
crazy.
yeah,
Because
it was
they had
super.
because they what their explanation was that they had to pay 24-hour actors because they wanted people to feel like they were really there. So people that were there were like acting the whole time, like they just weren't
Like
just regular
real
employees. Like they had to like literally act the whole time. They're like, this is too expensive.
I wonder how much they were getting paid. You think they were getting paid like a good cut? Like a good cut?
I don't know, but
You think they got like annual passes?
it's good enough where they couldn't afford to keep paying them because they had to close the place down. But that must have been really cool. I see Franco said that the Disney one was trash. Also, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought the out of the 3, episode 8, which is the middle one, I thought that one wasn't that great. But I thought the first one was good, and then the last one wasn't bad either. But yeah, the episode 8 was.
This is and this I know is a critical question, crucial question by Mike V. And I'm not even a Star Wars fan. He asked in what order did you watch the movies? Episode, order, or chronological?
Episode, because in order to get my kids into it, I couldn't show them a 1970 movies. I had to show them something that, yeah, exactly. I couldn't like start with like the horrible graphics.
I would have done it. I would have done it.
So I went ahead and I showed them episode 1, which was from 1999, so it wasn't too bad. Had decent graphics and all and special effects. And then we went that trilogy. Then we went to the 70s and 80s. So by the time they finally got to the 70s, they're already invested, so they weren't thinking about the horrible. And it's really bad. Like when you see the original Yoda, it's really bad.
Well, and look, listen, we'll save the Star Wars talk for the end. We just lost like 40, 50 viewers. So for those of you 200 plus that are still watching, like and subscribe. Okay, it's free 99, literally. $3.99.
I'm gonna throw on the mask again before we finish.
I mean, you should.
Here's the 5th goal.
So the 5th goal was at the 89th minute. Fafa Picot with an assist from Messi, which Messi just saw that like 5 hours before the play happened. Bent it around over to Fafa, and then Fafa patiently waited till the goalie came out and just knocked it right in.
Now, my question to you: how many assists does Messi get today? Did he get a hockey assist on that Luis Suarez goal?
So he got 2 official assists.
Yeah, because it was 2 real assists, but sometimes they give you the MLS gives you that like that faked hockey assist that they like to give. Because if he got that assist, also he has 16 goal contributions. See, Messi got that. So he has 16 goal contributions. He went from people saying that he's having an off year and he's taking a step down to a week later, he is leading the league in goal contributions. He has 16 goal contributions. I think second place is 14. So right back into the MVP conversation just a week later. Because before that Philly game, everybody was like, oh, Messi's taking a step back. Messi's not playing good. Messi's not showing up.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, he's leading the league in goal contributions.
Now, we talked about all the goals at this point. But one thing I do want to talk about is a couple of substitutions. So you had Ian Frey step in for Segovia, for Telasco Segovia, and he ended up playing like a CDM from what I saw.
He was playing in the midfield, but he's capable of doing that. That's what
he's done it before.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather see him there than Toto when we've been seeing Toto out there.
Yes, I think that's pretty forced. I think honestly that's I don't want to say that he can't do it, but we've seen Ian Frey do it in the past. We've seen Toto do it a number of times here and there, but not as I don't feel as confident if Toto was to do it versus Ian Frey. So, and then talking about Cringe saying Fafa is clutch. Fafa ended up getting subbed in for Luis Suarez in the 81st minute, had a goal 8 minutes later. And then you got Tadeo Allende who gets subbed out, and then Ryan Saylor comes in for him, and then Martinez subbed out, and Obando comes in for him.
Look, Columbus was chasing the game. Columbus plays a high line as it is, which, like I said, that's why Miami, whenever they play against Columbus, Miami sits back. But when they're chasing the game, they're playing really high. Fafa, Tadeo Allende, those are the players that you want there to stretch the field because they're going to have those opportunities if they could time those runs perfectly, and Fafa did. Even though I've seen a lot of people say that they feel like Fafa was offside. I haven't seen a good view of it. I should have probably checked it out just now when I had it up. But
I mean, you might as well. We're going to get sued by Disney anyway. So, like, who cares about the MLS at this point? Let the MLS sue us, and then, Disney can be able to kind of pick up Disney will sue us, and then MLS can just pick up the crumbs.
I'll check to see if I get a good view and check if it's offside or not.
Well, I mean, while you look that up, I wanted to ask.
I want to ask you in the chat one last question about the subs. What did you guys feel about Rocco? One, how did you think it was going to go when he got in there? And two, what did you think about his performance in general?
Well, I feel like if we talk about this, like the goal that was scored, I don't think that Ustari would have stopped that either. So I don't think there's really much to work with in terms of being able to see.
Yeah, I think that might have been offside.
It looks a little offsides.
Yeah. They didn't check it?
As far as from what I remember, no, they didn't check it.
I mean, maybe the refs wanted to go home early but that looks offside, absolutely.
Yeah, and Franco's saying Star Wars fans are going to sue you for Daniel's choice of movie watching order. And wait, hold on. Wait. He's also saying, come on, fellas, can't be offside from inside your own half. Is that true?
No, because people
is that true? Is that true? No offside. It can't offside. Is this something? Well, I mean, I don't know shit. So, like, on the other side, is that true? Okay, hold on. Everybody is saying yes, Danny. Hold on. 101. Okay. All right, Franco. The 101 wasn't necessary. Okay. This guy had to be pinky up like 101, Chris. This is football 101.
Oh, because Fafa was in his own half, he means.
Yeah. Look, Thug Fung. Come on, guys.
Okay. I thought he meant because Messi was in his own side. Oh, Fafa was in his own side. Got it.
Miami King, you guys don't know rule. It's basic.
Relax.
Relax. I just started watching this sport like 5 minutes ago, guys. Like, I played hockey and I still didn't respect offsides. And you could do offsides all over the hockey pitch or hockey rink. Jeez. Oh, we're getting soccer 101s. You guys got your pinkies out when you typed that?
I didn't hear what you were saying because went blank, but I just noticed that Fafa was in his own half when Messi kicked that ball.
We should play
barely on his own half, but yes, he was on his own half.
We should play like some fancy little flute. Like, I mean, it's you guys must have been typing this with your fingers out, like not even using it. Is that how you guys drink your wine glasses? Like, get out of here. Rocco was offside. He was offsides, Mike V. He could have had a BC. What, Lewis? You could tell these two didn't play sports. So now, generally, we didn't even play sports. I could beat you in basketball with
the sport.
Oh, the sport. Okay, the sport. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah, I was having this conversation with my my wife the other day about social media, and like, you guys, people when they have a chance to like point at somebody and be like, "You don't know shit," like everybody's like, Let's go. Type fast. Let's tell everybody, let's go. I know something that you don't. Please let me put it out there. I want to let you know. It's like, relax, guys, relax.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing. I've been playing this sport since elementary school, but the only reason I loved playing soccer is because I love slide tackling. So I probably injured a couple kids. I just don't remember. But that's how you play, buddy.
I mean, I never played anybody that played the high line where where I got that lead on right there. But yeah, pitchforks on The Simpsons, absolutely.
Look at this anonymous M. You saw me play basketball. I'm shite. Let's come meet me, and we'll see how shite I am. You shite.
I'll tell you something. Chris used to love going out to play ball because he was the big boy, so everybody underestimated him. So he would have a lot of fun. Yeah,
and I destroy, and that's.
I will tell you that he would probably surprise you.
You know what's funny is I used to be in karate when I was playing soccer. Soccer daddy. It was a green belt.
All right. Standouts, Chris.
Standouts to me, if I bring so you're gonna bring up the starting 11?
Yep.
All right, starting 11. So if we're looking at standouts, I'll give you two people that stood out to me. So I'll give you Allen. Allen stood out. I mean, not Allen. Yeah, Allen stood out to me at the left back role. Noah Allen played very well. And then Allende. So I'll go with Allende and I'll go with Allen, players that stood out to me. Listen, those are big shoes to fill for Allen, man. I mean, it's arguable that he's filling in the shoes of one of the most important pieces on this team.
Oh, absolutely. And the attack up that left side, Jordi Alba is the lifeline there. I'd say Chelo. I thought Chelo had a good game. He's a standout. Kremaki, I thought. Dair Martinez, I thought also played well. I think if I'm going to just choose three, I think I'm going to go with those three.
Hold on. Hold on. Soccer Daddy saying Martinez stand out.
Yeah.
Mike V, Kremaki, shocker.
You can only get away with saying that though because Pedri isn't here.
Yes, yeah. Hurry up because when Pedri gets in, we can't say Crema. Okay. Crema and Segovia, Martinez and Aviles, Cremita and Chelo. Okay. All right. So we got some Chelo love in here, guys. I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
So how about the?
I'm afraid of. Oh, do you about to say the que pena?
No. Go ahead. You were gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say that I want Frey to start, but when he doesn't and Chelo's in there, although I want Frey to start, I don't feel bad because Chelo's playing because I think Chelo plays well.
But I want to mention something. Dremundo's here saying Allen has played so well this season, he's almost automatic. I think people are underestimating how comfortable Jordi Alba is with Allen next to him. That allows him to be able to give a little bit more on the offensive end. That's critical because Noah Allen playing at that same position is not going to have the same comfortability that Jordi Alba has, knowing that he has Noah Allen next to him. I think that's key. I don't know what you think, Danny, but I think that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I think Allen and Alba have built a good combo back there. I mean, they've played together consistently now for the majority of the season together, so I think that's helped a lot.
For sure.
Even when Alba is playing left back, you can see Allen with the overlapping runs over Alba, especially that game with Philly where Alba was playing in the midfield. I mean, I like the combo. I like both of them playing together.
You know what I would like, and if you're still here, Franco, I would love to know if Noah Allen has gotten better on his Spanish, because or if Jordi Alba is actually like pretty good with his English, because I imagine that if once they get on communication standards, I think it'll be fantastic for those two. And Thuck Fung, this is a good question. Say, Chris, do you think the right side should be Chelo, Crema, and Allende? I think that Crema shouldn't be on a side. I think Crema on a side is not good.
Well,
I think Crema.
I think he means it kind of the way it's laid out right now.
Yeah, I mean, okay, fine, but like, I feel like Kremaki had a little bit more freedom to be able to float around. So
yeah, but up that spine, you're just going to see Busquets and Messi. Like technically, they're
yeah, but Messi floats around too. Like he's worse. Like he's all over the place. But he's allowed to do that.
All right. And I saw somebody put Fafa as a standout also. Fafa makes the most out of his opportunities.
Yes.
I feel like he's a great super sub to have.
He always, well, not always, but he typically scores like minutes after he gets subbed in. Or at least that's been kind of the trend in the past couple substitutions. So.
All right. Que pena. Any que pena words to give out?
Do you think it's just to give out que penas today?
Do you? For Nancy? For not learning how to play against Miami?
That's so bad, right?
He this is how many times has he played against us now? He's played against us a few times, and he just doesn't learn.
Well, the que pena or que crema, according to David, says goes to Falcon.
If you're gonna give anybody, I guess Falcon would technically be that guy. But I thought Falcon had a decent game also. So
okay,
it's just, I mean, he got. I feel like he got lost. For one, when he was man marking that guy out of the corner, and then when he recovered, he's still not tall enough to recover and win that ball in the air. So, I mean, look, I wouldn't give it to Falcon either. I thought he had a decent game.
I mean, Russ is saying Falcon for not jumping. Sergio's Fun saying Rocco.
Falcon did jump.
That's bad.
No, I'm joking. I don't know if he did or not, but he's short. What is he gonna do? Only 16 likes. Come on, guys. Help us out here.
Yes, come on, guys. Over 200 people watching. You still didn't like the video, guys? Like, it's literally
give it que pena to Franco.
My God. Franco came in and reminded us to know the rule book 101. Pinky out.
But you know what? But I appreciate Franco's telling us the rule because I had never heard that. But everybody else, like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell you never played this sport. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. When you come in with that, get out of here.
It's Nancy, man. Nancy. Oh, David Martinez, really?
Que pena es Falcone Martinez.
Oh, Inter Milan. Okay. Yeah, they got their ass kicked today.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about because I don't watch soccer other than Inter Miami. Okay.
It was the Champions League final.
I barely know the rules of 101. What makes you think I know what the hell is Inter Milan?
I'll give you a quick hot take. So PSG won the Champions League Cup final today. Right? They
I did see. Won. Yes.
Okay, yeah, they won. Yeah. And they killed Inter Milan. And then everybody I've seen is saying, "Oh my God, Mbappe, blah blah blah, Mbappe, he left and they won. Mbappe's a." How about Messi left and PSG won? Because PSG made the final in 2020. They made the semifinal in 2021. Messi arrived, round of 16, 2 years in a row, eliminated. And then Messi left. They made the semifinal last year, and they made the final and won this year. So just putting it out there that I feel like over the last couple of years, they had the most success when Messi was gone.
You're literally just gonna do that right here, and now everybody is gonna look. We just got under 190 views. you literally just turned everyone off. Everybody has left the building. They literally pulled a SpongeBob on us.
I don't know. I just wanted to mess with everybody.
So you're gonna get fried in the comment section. I promise you.
It wasn't Messi's fault they lost. I agree, it wasn't.
But
it wasn't Mbappe's either. So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, look, look at Rohan. 16 likes, make that 6. We're gonna have negative 45 before this.
I'm just saying.
We appreciate it, Franco. Much appreciated.
And Luis Enrique, absolutely, he was the reason, and he won it with Messi at Barcelona 10 years ago. Yeah. So and it was really cool because I know you probably didn't watch, but the supporters for PSG made a tifo. There was a moment where when they were celebrating the Barcelona championship 10 years ago, where he planted a flag in the center of the pitch with his daughter there. His daughter passed away like 5 or 6 years ago. So they made a tifo of him planting a PSG flag, and then it had like a drawing of his daughter there in a PSG jersey. So it's like that was the tifo. Very, very cool. Very nice by the supporters group, and they won. So very, very cool. So yeah.
Suzanne saying, "I hate you now." I mean, you have people that now literally hate us.
I love Messi, but I feel like people are just they just love to trash Real Madrid for no reason. They're like, Mbappe, ha 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 ha.
Oh my God! Ha, ha, ha. And now you're gonna say Real Madrid? Like we're completely cooked now, Danny.
Whatever, I don't care.
We lost 45 subscribers in 45 seconds. This guy, look at that, Dennis Lopez. I mean, what are we doing? Are we still gonna keep doing the show? Well, you might have canceled us. Get out of here. And then man of the match, I'm just going to top it off. So that way when Pedri Potter gets here, man of the match other than Messi is Ben Krem. How about that, Pedri Potter?
Man of the match, other than Messi.
I'm giving it to Ben Krem. I feel like his contribution to the game, off the stats, and his contribution totally was something that is not in the stat sheet, and it was great for him. It was a great game for him, so I'm going to give it to Ben Krem.
I give it to Allende. I feel like the way he stretches the field for us vertically.
Yeah, look at that. You literally got shut out by all of Messi world. They literally came to your house and bugged your whole house. You're completely cooked. All the PSG fans that are so happy that their team is so great because everybody in Ligue 1 is just straight trash other than PSG. That's one thing I have noticed. That Ligue 1, I mean, maybe this is just like poking the bear, I guess. Ligue 1, from what I've seen as a league, is not that great.
Well, just to be clear, I'm the one that defends Messi the most on this show. So if you guys want to talk crap, you guys can suck it because I defend Messi more than anybody in this show. But man of the match, other than Messi, as we like to call it, Allende, I think, the way he stretches the field.
It's other than Messi. Franco.
Yes, obviously, man of the match is Messi.
Yes, Messi gets the man of that. So you're going to give it to Allende?
Yeah, just because of what he brings to the team. Look, we don't have, outside of him, like people were saying, like, oh, are we going to be a counter-attacking team? We can't be a counter-attacking team because Allende is literally the only player that we have to stretch the field. We could do that against Columbus because they push up so high, but we can't play the counter against many other teams. Allende is literally the only vertical threat we have. But he worked well today. He played right into this game plan, and I think that he did it well. So yeah, I think him man of the match other than Messi. And then Mr. Krabs saying Danny was trashing Ligue 1 on the youth. Yeah, yes, they also get to take breaks and just focus in on the Champions League because they won their league like 3 or 4 months ago. Like it was like a 40-point lead like 2 or 3 months ago. So they literally just rest, preparing for these games,
and all the other teams get to be happy losers.
Yeah, so yeah,
that league, losers.
That league is a joke. They literally just been preparing for the Champions League because they literally have no competition in the league.
Ooh, pro rail. Ooh, but we get to see who plays for first loser.
How did you bring up pro rail here?
I don't know, because I just decided to throw that in there for you pro religans out here. So, and then shout out to Franco. He's asking, saying, I say in the post game, check out the interview on Miami Total Football Radio about his role because he's taking a more central spaces. Absolutely, dude. And honestly, man of the match, other than Messi, we covered the right people. Okay, Messi is the biggest. What are you reading? What are you reading?
PSG won their league by 20 points.
I wonder who's playing to not get relegated. I wonder who's playing to not be the biggest loser. Who's the worst team in the Ligue 1? Who are they?
I don't know how to pronounce the name correctly.
Who cares? Who cares? They're playing.
They had 16 points all season. PSG had 84.
Hold on. Mo Farul is saying Ligue 1 is farm league. What does that even mean? They're a main league. They're considered like a top 5 league in the world.
And then Frank was saying he deserves a solid shout out too. Yeah, we did. We said he was one of the standouts.
I say he's a man of the match other than Messi.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's right. And you threw it
at Pedri Potter.
Yeah.
Hopefully he watches this after and then destroys us in the chat, in the comment section.
Oh, shout out to Luca.
Oh, shout out to Luca.
One of my favorite commenters on our YouTube. He constantly comments on every episode, lets us know how big of clowns we are. And I love reading your stuff. So please let us know how we were a clown today. I'm sure it'll be because
God,
because of the offside thing, something. But shout out to you, Luca. Appreciate you talking shit to us every episode. Luca is the man.
Luca's gonna destroy you in this episode, Danny. Guaranteed.
these clowns. Like,
This guy has and and then forget it. The 101 rule. We're gonna get picked apart this game. This post game.
Chris, are you feeling any better? Because I know you've been on suicide watch over the last 7 days. After Philly, you said you were not happy. You were really, really upset in Philly. But I told you.
Yes.
I told you. That was a positive. Philadelphia, they scored because of those mental lapses by the defense. I did not think Philly was that far better than us in that game.
Yeah.
And then Montreal, we beat them. We knew we could have beat them. We should have beat them, and we did beat them. And now today, are you feeling a little better now?
I feel really good about it because this was a really good win against a good team. I just started a comment, by the way, Danny. If you go up, I don't know if you want to get to that later on. I feel good, man. We walked away with 7 out of 9 points. We got 3 that we were supposed to get.
Yeah.
Right. And we got 3 that we didn't really anticipate. We thought it'd be a tie, maybe a win, close game. It felt good to get this win in this fashion. So
you did say this, though.
I mean, I said if we don't get 6 points, we're done. That's what I said, Rubita. Go back, check the tape. I said if we don't get the 6 points, we're done. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So.
All right, and then in free entertainment.
Oh, can I read this? Free
Absolutely.
entertainment says the way he disrespects Messi, which he doesn't even spell Messi right. I'm never going to come back to watch this Czech podcast again.
He's talking about us or Franco, though?
Probably us. I think he meant to say shit podcast.
I think he's talking shit to Franco.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I like Franco. I don't know why everybody gives Franco such a hard time.
I think he's talking about us.
No.
You think so?
I don't disrespect Messi. Messi's my guy.
Oh, okay. I think he is confirming he's talking shit to me. I mean, Franco, what are you doing, man? First, let me tell you, shout out to Franco with that TMZ scoop of Jordi Alba. That was dope. I love that.
All right. I said I thought that the Philly game ended. I thought that was really positive, both mentally for the players and I thought for the fan base. I thought the way the game played out, although those mental lapses were the reasons that we couldn't win, and that still needs to be fixed. I still think that this team was in the right direction, and I knew that the get-right game was coming against Montreal. My question was going to be Columbus, and we got Columbus. We own Wilfred Nancy. I wasn't sure how we would come out and play. I thought we would win, but I thought it might be a close game. But blowing them out the way we did, I felt like that's a great sign. I'm sure that it's probably the best way we could have gone into what's going to be the Club World Cup. I have no expectations of the Club World Cup.
We're winning that shit.
Shut up. I think that if we can somehow win that first game against Al Hilal or whatever, all those names sound the same to me. No disrespect, they just do. I think that if we could somehow win that game and then somehow by some miracle just draw somewhere else, we can maybe get out of the group. But I feel like that's best case scenario because I don't see the team doing anything other than that. But even if we kind of get clowned and just lose all three games, and we just look, the regular season, when it continues, our next games are against Atlanta in the regular season, which suck.
Yes, your microphone sucks. And Rohan is saying, Chris, we're losing 3 games in that. We're not losing 3 games. There's no way. And look, book it. Mike V says we're going to the semis of the CWC. I think we're going to win it all. How about that? We're back. We're back. We're no longer cooked. We are back to where we need to be.
There we go. I think my mic is back.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I was just going to say that regular season comes back. We play against Atlanta, Montreal, and New England. 3 very winnable games. So as far as the regular season goes, we're still in great shape because we finished, I thought, one of the best ways we could, considering the circumstances. Club World Cup, however that may turn out, we start up against the regular season again, June 28th against Atlanta, and then against Montreal. Then you got New England. Those should be 3 wins. All of a sudden, you could possibly be looking at 12-5-3. I mean, we're looking good. And Chris said that we were done for the season already. Just so you know, at the moment, we're in 3rd place. We're 5 points behind Philadelphia with a game in hand. And we're leading the league in goals scored with 1 game in hand over just about everybody in the league.
We're back. That's what you're saying. We're back. We're back. Well, and while you fix your microphone again, because now nobody's going to be able to hear you in your Star Wars mask on. Dremundo is saying Al Ali is Real Madrid of Africa. Look at their number of titles won. We're trying to see if we can get somebody on the podcast from that team. And I was looking at their Instagram stuff. Like, there's tons of people saying that those people are that team is not that good either. So, like, if they're the Real Madrids, like, there's people that follow their accounts that they don't even believe in them.
We'll win.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts, Chris?
We are going to be inviting an Egyptian guest for the preview. Hopefully, your microphone shut off again. That's because you know what's happening is all these pinky in the sky people, they're after us. Fuck Indiana. Anybody that watches this show or listens to this show and you're from Indiana, I'm not friends with you right now. Indiana sucks as a state. And catch us in a couple days, I guess, on Monday.
That's it. We'll be back at some point this week. No games to preview. So if you're listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end.
This thing isn't working. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, other good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, thank you guys for the chat, for giving us a one-on-one lesson on offsides. We'll be back at some point. And that's it, Chris. This is basically the end of the first half of the season. We are, 14, 17 games in, right?
Yes, we are. It's 16 games because we have a game in hand. It's a good feeling to have halfway in the season. So we ended it on a good note, on a big high.
We got 8 wins. I put 9 wins. We have 8 wins.
Oh, we have 8?
Yeah, we've only played 16 games. I thought we played 17. That's my fault.
Yeah, because it's 16, 9, 5, 30. Hold on. Let's see.
And just real quick. Yes, that was one of my son's gifts for his birthday. So I decided to use it because we are the fathers of Columbus.
We're not doing that, Dremundo. Okay? We're not doing all that. 8 wins, 5 ties, and 3 losses.
Yeah. That's my fault. For some reason, I thought we were at 17 halfway, but we're at 16 games. But 16 games in, and we're looking pretty decent. We were 3 pretty winnable games to go in the regular season. Club World Cup coming up. So we'll be back at some point this week to talk a little nonsense. I don't know what day exactly. Just keep up with us on Twitter, and we'll announce it. But we will be back on Monday night for Las Garzas en Español. And that's it. Thank you again, chat, for the one-on-one. For letting us know that we've never played this sport before. And Luca, I look forward to you clowning on us in the chat. My favorite part of the next morning after the show, when you just let us know how dumb we are. Yeah, you just destroy us. But he keeps coming back. So we must be entertaining you or something. I don't know. So appreciate
it's 101 on his part.
You think he likes the videos, though? Like, he doesn't.
I think he does. I think he hits
the like button.
Oh, do you think he? No, I don't think so. He's probably one of the dislikers. But then he'll see a gem and he'll be like, "Ooh, I like this episode. I had fun," and then he'll like it.
Rubita, new players. Yeah, we'll talk about the new players, which I have no idea. Brian Rodriguez. I'm hearing nothing but bad things about him, so we'll see. All right. So I think that's it. We appreciate you listening all the way to the end, and until the next one, have a good one.
Fucking Indiana.